Okay, so when Riot announced that they were working on a first-person shooter back in October, people were both like, God damn, Christmas came early, and what the hell is this thing? Well, yesterday they dropped a bunch of new information on us. We got an official name, a release date, our first significant look at some gameplay, and a better understanding of just what the hell this thing is. So, let's break it all down. So if you want to hear our perspective on these big new game releases and all the information that come with them, there's a few different things you can do, namely subscribing to the channel and, liking the video. All of that helps us understand what you want to see from us. Okay, so let's start with what we know. First off, the name. Riot's first-person shooter, codenamed Project A, is in fact called Valorant, which, it sounds like a bathroom air freshener, but it's a name, I guess. And it's coming a lot sooner than expected, like this summer soon. Valorant is a free-to-play 5v5 tactical shooter with gameplay revolving around plant and defuse, much like CSGO. But here, it's not called a bomb, it's called a spike. And while this change from bomb to spike might seem like a small thing, to me it says that Riot is avoiding the terrorist versus counter-terrorist imagery that certain sponsors have had a problem with when it comes to CSGO in the past. According to a sneak media preview that Polygon got, there's allegedly going to be 8 characters at launch, each with their own set of powers and ultimate abilities, kinda sorta like Overwatch. Riot is also making a big deal about 128 tick rate servers, great netcode, and anti-cheat software built from the ground up. Now, if you're a fan of CSGO, some of the things I just mentioned might sound familiar, and that's because they're all issues that CSGO's had in the past, right? Server lag, hackers, you get the point. And based on all of the language that Riot is using, it seems like they're trying to muscle in on CSGO's corner. And I mean that literally, check out this line from their press release. Throughout Valorant's development, we wanted to uphold the fundamental values of a competitive tactical shooter: precise shooting, lethal gunplay, and strategic execution.
You standing on my real estate, mine now. Took it while you was resting.
Now, based on everything I just said, how close is this thing really to CSGO or even Rainbow Six Siege? Okay, now I was talking to one of our resident CSGO heads, Colin, and a few other people in the office the other day, and here's some of the thoughts, opinions, and ideas that we've been throwing around about the game so far. Right off the bat, the graphics kinda look like ass. And while that might sound like a negative, it could actually be a good thing, because it means that Riot might be focusing on optimizing for performance. Look, we're not gonna get that optimal frame rate if we got particle effects and insanely complicated character models running around, right? Which, is the exact reason why I can play CSGO on my MacBook at work. Now, when you look at Valorant, the first thing you'll notice is that, yeah, these guys have guns, but they also got a bunch of magical powers and shit. And some of these powers, well, they're basically like utility from, say, CSGO. For example, there's a fire guy who can throw fireballs that essentially act as mollies. There's this other character with wind abilities, and she can lob like this smoke cloud, which is essentially a smoke grenade.
Blocking sight. Be faster.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Headshot.
Okay, can we just pause for a second? Did that character have voice lines for like every action? If that's true, I better be able to turn that shit off, because that's gonna get old real quick. And then that wind character has this ability to send themselves up in the air, which I guess is like some weird self-boost thing, and they'll be able to peek from like vertical angles and shit. Maybe Valorant will have its own Olaf boost one day.
He sees them down there, straight headshot, they have no idea. Smith's looking confused and dazed.
But then on the other hand, there's some character abilities that go way beyond the utility you would see in CSGO. Like, there's one character, for example, whose ultimate ability allows you to literally resurrect a teammate. Now, the words resurrection and like hardcore first-person shooters doesn't really jive in my mind. Mercy's res ability literally broke Overwatch for a while. Have we not learned anything?
Heroes never die.
Nice save.
Now, if you've spent any time playing CSGO, you know that the economy, understanding it and using it to your advantage adds a beautiful level of depth to the game. So, what do we know about Valorant's economy? Well, we do know that you're gonna have to buy weapons, armor, and abilities, which is a step in the right direction. Now, the economy is split in two. Actual money buys you armor and weapons. Then there's these points which you can collect throughout the map and you gain from getting kills and defusing the spike that allow you to buy abilities.
The abilities menu located below has its own currency. Your champion's utility can only be purchased with points, which you can earn for performing certain actions. Some abilities have multiple charges, such as Jet's smoke grenades and Phoenix's curveball, and there is a maximum that you can purchase at any one time.
There's rumors of a round loss bonus system, but Riot has yet to confirm that. Also, from the gameplay that we've seen, during the buy phase, CTs or defenders can traverse up to half the map and get to site that much faster, which that's certainly something different. You know what else is a nice touch? There seems to be a request a weapon feature. Gone are the days where you're asking for a buy and 3 dudes throw ops at you. Okay, let's talk about those characters a little bit more. And like I said, there's gonna be 8 at launch. There's a dude who can basically insta-rotate anywhere on the map with his teleport ult. There's another guy who's got floor traps, tripwires, and a spy camera that he can attach to walls. My point is that it seems like Riot is taking aspects of first-person shooters that add layers and layers of depth and turning them into, well, clickable abilities. Can't properly throw a smoke? There's an ability to point and click on the map and a smoke screen drops down. Can't properly execute a boost with a teammate? Well, like we said, there's a guy that does that. On a more positive note, apparently the game feels great to play. And if you're a CSGO head, well, you just breathed a giant sigh of relief. A big part of the reason why we love CSGO so much is because of that tight and crispy feel that the Source engine has blessed us with. And if guys like Henry G believe that Valorant can get anywhere near that feeling, well, that's a positive sign. Now, obviously we still have a bunch of questions. For example, we have no idea what the hell is going on with the esports scene. But with this latest info dump, we do have a better understanding of what Valorant is shaping up to look like. And with that summer release date right around the corner, well, we won't have to wait long to find out. We're not gonna get that optimal frame rate if we got fucking insane particle complex things and nope. We're not gonna get that optimal frame rate. I don't want.
Your frame rate is not optimal.
My frame rate is not optimal.
Like the PC you built.
Yeah, like the PC I built. There's the fucking endboard. God damn.